For my final presentation project assignment, I chose Grievance Discussion Case 6, Work Requirements for Holiday Pay. In this discussion, John Arnett was a truck driver from Saga Foods Services, and he worked 10-hour shifts Tuesday through Friday. He was in a union represented by Teamsters Local 444, which he negotiated his terms with. Professional organizations representing employees only are classified as unions for the collective bargaining process. During the union and mediation and negotiations, Mr. Arnett was present for all collective bargaining. The terms were agreed upon and signed into the terms of agreement. In practice, mediation involves a series of meetings with the mediator, some joint meetings with the union and management negotiating teams together, and some individual meetings with only the union and negotiators. So Mr. Arnett had both with the union and management and also individual meetings as well. In the terms, there was non-wage compensation, including holiday pay, and the requirements on how to earn and are included in the negotiations. Many employees receive various forms of non-wage compensation or fringe benefits in addition to their monetary wage, and giving employees the entitlement to paid holiday may be viewed as one such compensation. Labor Day is a federal holiday, but needs to be in the terms to be awarded holiday pay. It's a federal holiday falling on a Monday, and the employees who are not scheduled to work Monday, as Mr. Arnett was not, it would be observed on Tuesday instead. Mr. Arnett's holiday was set for 11 p.m. on his shift Tuesday night. However, he took a personal day Wednesday without permission from a supervisor as an unexplained absence. Saga Foods Services argued Mr. Arnett did not complete his obligation for holiday pay and refused to pay for it. It was written in the collective bargaining agreement, and he showed no proof of sickness or reasonable exemption for his absence. The presence of unions and the ability to educate their workers of benefit entitlements and the most efficient means of accessing encourage employees to better exercise their legitimate non-wage benefit endowments, which is beneficial both economical and social perspectives. It's part of the union's job and the employee to understand their benefits and how to access them, not Saga Foods and the company's job to tell them how to access the benefits. The union subsequently filed a grievance so Mr. Arnett to award him his holiday pay. They filed this grievance under a fair, orderly, and generally efficient method to resolve rights, disputing, and enforcing union contracts. It is unique to U.S. labor relations that it receives broad approval from scholars, policymakers, and labor and management practitioners. Once the union files the grievance, it's up to the human resource representatives to counter that grievance. As a human resource representative, my perspective is that the contract was agreed upon and signed by both company and employee, and with no clause for personal leave exceptions, Mr. Arnett was not in the right in the situation as the grievance was filed. Unionization increases firms' costs and operating leverage, and consequently crowds out investments and potentially impacts quality. The case against Mr. Arnett is in our estimation, it is on the union and its members to negotiate the holiday pay and how they see the terms. Unless obligated by employment agreement, collective bargaining agreement, or state law, private sector employers are not legally obligated to observe any form of holiday. It's only based on union representation and what terms were agreed upon. Even though Mr. Arnett would have received his holiday pay for working his normal shift, his unannounced absence foregoes any additional compensation. That's how we stand as the case against Mr. Arnett, that he will not be awarded his holiday pay. Once the terms are they come up and time to renegotiate, the union can then put in their terms of how they want holiday pay to be redeemed in the upcoming settlements. But as for the case right now, the language is clear that Mr. Arnett will not receive his holiday pay due to his absence and not working his normal shift in lieu of the holiday. I hope that clears everything up, and thank you so much.